Greetings everyone, my name is Dr. Jason Freeman. I'd like to welcome you all to my channel.
Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Krypto, super dog,
Yes, we're going to get a live action Krypto the Super Dog in James Gunn's 2025 Superman, and I'm here for it. Now if you missed the 2022 film DC League of Super Pets and aren't totally familiar with Krypto, or if you're already a fan of Superman's canine companion and just want some comic recommendations, please like this video and subscribe to my channel and listen as I tell you everything you need to know about Krypto the Super Dog. So the first thing you need to know about Krypto is that he's been around since the Silver Age. Now, the Silver Age of comics took place between the mid-1950s and early 1970s, and Krypto made his comics debut in Action Comics number 210 in March of 1955. In the comics, Superboy discovers a strange dog with superpowers who seems to recognize him. He then discovers a crashed Kryptonian capsule and a note written in Kryptonese. Yes, that's the thing. The note reveals that Krypto is in fact Kal-El's dog from Krypton. Like himself and his cousin Kara, Krypto had been lost in space and miraculously found his way to Earth. Now after the two are reunited, unfortunately Krypto becomes a bit of a menace. Of course he's a dog with typical dog tendencies, but with Kryptonian powers. And we'll likely see this version of Krypto in the 2025 Superman film, in that James Gunn is basing his version of Krypto on his own dog, which he has described as being a bit of a menace.
So has specific animals in your life, pets, informed whether it's Weasel or Rocket or Krypto throughout the work?
Yeah. I mean, like, obviously, I've written Krypto is influenced by my dog Ozu, who's the worst dog in the world. And
ultimately, both are very good dogs, not hate. The second thing you should know about Krypto the Super Dog is that his origins are a bit ambiguous. Now, as I mentioned before, his original origin was that he was a dog from Krypton who was connected to Kal-El's family. However, in a crossover miniseries titled Return to Krypton, his origins are retconned a bit. This version of Krypto, introduced in Superman Volume 2, number 167, is revealed to be the dog of Superman's parents, Jor-El and Lara. However, in true comic book fashion, this version of Superman's parents are revealed to be simulations, along with Krypto and the rest of ancient Krypton. But to the delight of all the dog lovers who read Action Comics number 776, Krypto actually leaves the simulation and joins Superman on his adventures. Now, Krypto's origins get yet another retcon in Action Comics number 850. In that comic, we get a flashback to Kal-El's birth, and in that scene, we see a fully grown Krypto. Harkening back to the Silver Age origin story of Krypto, which I think we'll likely hear about or see in the 2025 Superman film. The third thing you need to know about Krypto is that he has a lot of ops.
Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and trying to take my life away.
For example, in Action Comics number 285, we're introduced to Bizarro Krypto. Like his owner Bizarro Krypto is a polar opposite of his Earth 1 counterpart. Less intelligent, less friendly, and susceptible to blue kryptonite instead of green. Also, the relationship between Bizarro and Bizarro Krypto was different. Krypto also had problems with Lex Luthor's dog named Wolf, aka Destructo. In Superboy number 92, Wolf is accidentally given powers when he leaps in front of a ray intended to give Lex Luthor powers. In a series of experiments, Luthor reveals that Wolf has powers like Krypto. Apparently Luthor wanted to get revenge on Superboy for making him prematurely bald. Yep, that's canon. Another thing you need to know about Krypto is that he is a loyal companion to Superman. But you already knew that. In Superman number 680, arguably the best Krypto-focused comic, Krypto takes on the villain Atlas to save Metropolis and his Kryptonian Superman. As I mentioned in the previous video, there's not much plot to this particular comic. However, if you love dogs like myself, you'll love this comic. I hope you're enjoying the video, but I just wanted to quickly mention that if you're enjoying what you're seeing from the DCU or DC Comics in general, why not buy a Funko Pop of your favorite DC character? I have a few myself and will definitely be getting more. To get your own Funko Pop DC character, click on the link in the description. And the last thing you need to know about Krypto the Superdog is that, like his owner, Kal-El, aka Superman, Krypto has his own squad. The team was brought together by Lightning Lad, Cosmic Boy, and Saturn Girl, three brats from the 31st century who brought the animals together to fight the brain globes from the planet Rombat. Well, what used to be the planet Rombat, like Krypton, that planet blew up too. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this comic because those kids are pretty nasty to Superboy. They're basically bullying. And I'm talking about like the 1980s movie bullies where they try to unalive you. The Legion appeared several more times in the comics, but disappeared in 1986 after Crisis of Infinite Earths. However, they reappeared in 2018 in the Super Sons annual of that year. The team's rotation has changed over the years. The original team includes Supergirl's Cat Streaky, Supergirl's Horse, who is somehow immune to kryptonite, and Superboy's Super Monkey. A shapeshifter named Prody 2 was later added to the team after much hazing. And the 2018 team included Bruce Wayne's dog Titus, Damian Wayne's cow, Bat Cow, Flexi, the plastic bird, and Clay Critter. But the common denominator between both those teams is the steadfast leadership of Krypto the Superdog. Oh yeah, Streak was on both teams too, but I'm not really a cat person. If you found that video interesting and or informative, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, please share this video. And if there are facts about Krypto the Superdog that I missed, please include those in the comment section below. Thank you all for your time and have a wonderful rest of your day.